10 days, 4 mountains, 1 region. This is the good life. It had to be a typo. Sitting in our hotel room in Leavenworth, 45 minutes from Stevens Pass ski area, we couldn't believe it. Last night's forecast had called for around 10 inches. Today's snow report was 39 inches at the base. Located 83 miles from Seattle, Stevens Pass is one of Seattle's backyard resorts. Weekday lines are typically just a few minutes, and powder turns can be found late into the morning. But 39 inches was a different story. The parking lot filled up early, and the rumors started to spread. Up to 5 feet on the ridge, we had heard. It was so deep they had to dig out a lift.
Woo! Doesn't get any better than that.
We rendezvoused with local pro skier Chris Shalbot for some early laps, who gave us the breakdown. Typically, the mountain is broken down into 2 parts, the front side and back side, which was set to open in the afternoon for the first time this season. Cowboy Mountain has some of the area's most steep and aggressive lines, and if you are into the backcountry, there are plenty of access points. We dropped in for our first run, and the sheer amount of snow finally hit us. 39 inches is deep. We finished the day with a few beers at the Foggy Goggle, Stevens' no-frills après bar, as Chris filled us in on tomorrow's plan. He was sure he could secure early ups, and he'd scoped out a zone that he hadn't seen many tracks in. Stevens' proximity to Seattle means that it gets busy when the snow is good. Stevens also draws a hardcore crowd, and locals don't mind cloudy days and low visibility. They are committed to the sport and show up early, ready to charge. Loading the lift on our second day, Chris explained if you know the mountain, there are always pockets of fresh powder. As we said our goodbyes and loaded into the car for the final leg of our trip, we couldn't believe our luck. The last 4 days had been straight powder. We had just scraped the surface at Stevens Pass, and it was obvious we could explore the mountain for a season and still not be satisfied. Driving down Highway 2 towards our next stop, we couldn't help but notice the sudden amount of small coffee stands along the roadway. We started counting. 6 in just a few miles, and couldn't help but ask, is there really a need for so many? We grabbed a cup at each and found out that not only did the price go up the closer you got to Seattle, but the coffee seemed to get better too.
Oh yeah, but that's really good. Actually, this might be the best.
Thank you. Except for one stand, we won't be going back there.
Why did you put a fucking ice cube in this? Who the f said no to that? Oh my god! That is molten death. Take this thing back.
Hopped up on caffeine and leaving Stevens behind, we headed out to Mount Baker to meet up with pro skier Zach Giffen. We had heard Mount Baker was steep and deep, but we had no idea to the full extent of what it meant.